Good morning, everybody. How is everyone doing? This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. Today is Saturday, 10:15 or 10:20. We'll getting started a little bit late, but today is operational training, which we refer to as Six Figures Booking Freight from Home show. All right, so before we get started today, and let y'all know what today's course is going to be on. We're going to have a serious discussion about money in this industry and how to get yourself to the point of, $250,000 to $500,000 in revenue. Now, when I say in revenue, that doesn't always mean that that's the amount of money that's going in your pocket, okay? Because, as you know, companies, they generate revenue all the time, but the CEO, the vice president, your dispatchers, your business manager, there's a lot of people who have their hands in that pot, unless you're just a one-man operation and you're doing everything yourself and you're collecting all the money. But that's not going to be possible. I'm just telling you, that's not going to be possible. There is no way for you personally, by yourself, without any employees, without any business managers, without any help whatsoever, are going to be able to grow your business to that level where you can pocket all $600,000, $800,000, $300,000, $250,000, $1 million, $1.2 million, whatever the case may be. Okay? Because I was looking at our revenue just the other day. I was doing a detailed, analysis of our business structure. And believe it or not, RBBS Logistics Learning Center, RBBS Transport, LLC, and the P4L Corporation, all three of those things combined, generates $1.47 million in revenue. Now,
wow.
Now, does that mean that I have one? No. That's not my income. Okay, that's just the amount of revenue that is generated by those businesses. Now, out of that, a lot of things got to happen. You have overhead. A lot of this stuff you all see, paying for websites and all this stuff, and paying to keep this stuff up and going. The premium YouTube channels, all that type of stuff, that costs money. So that's the first thing they got to come out is the bills. You got to pay the bills, office space, the broadcast studio, all that stuff. It costs money. So you got a good little portion. On average, about 20% of your revenue is going to go towards sustaining your business. Advertising. If y'all haven't noticed, we come out with some great new ads. I don't know if y'all saw the ad about the truck and the RBBS and this and that. That stuff costs money when you want to do ads at that level. So we're starting to get into mainstream advertising, and we did release a couple of those ads on YouTube and on our Facebook channel, as you all will see here. On our Facebook channel, we did do a couple of those ads. I was doing the Halloween costume thing. Look at this. That's Floyd Mayweather. In case, well, y'all can't see. Hold on, let me start sharing my screen so y'all can see what I'm looking at. I'm talking about Floyd Mayweather. Y'all like, I don't see no Floyd Mayweather. Hold on for a second. I'll fix that for everyone. Let me fix that for y'all. All right. Now, is that better? Okay. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm looking at now. Is that better for everybody?
I can see it.
All right. Well, I was doing my little thing on great costumes for this year. I went back to an old one that I had found. That's Floyd Mayweather. In case y'all didn't know, Dead Presidents. I like that. For the movie Dead Presidents, that was pretty good. Then I'm not gonna show you that one because that one raised a lot of controversy. A guy talking about privilege, but as you all will be able to see here, we've got a couple of videos on here. I even did one for my wife and her business, Ladies Touch. The ladies dancing. She's some really good music there. So we're starting to get into mainstream commercials. Okay, that's what we're starting to do. We're starting to move towards the mainstream, the commercials, and I'm gonna show you all another one here. If I can get there, it is. This is the one that I think that you all saw on the chat groups. This is the one where we're, our mainstream ad that we're going to be running on television pretty soon. So we're getting into the mainstream markets as well as on the internet and things of that nature too. So in case, if y'all didn't see that, go check it out. I've got it on YouTube. We'll put it in the back office, and I'll share it with you all here so you all can go and take a look at it also too. But it is on our YouTube channel as well. All right. But as we're talking about money, it takes money, okay, to grow your business. Now, do you need money to start your business? Not if you do it in a smart way, in which we've shown y'all how to do that. We've pretty much taken care of most of the initial stuff that you all need to get your business going and to start generating revenue, because you can do that just on your own, okay? But what we're talking about today is we're going to be going over, showing you all step by step, how to take your business from a one-man operation. Okay, you may be, handling 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 carriers by yourself, and we're going to show you all step by step. And we've done this before. We just hadn't gotten into real detail of it. But we're going to show you all how to take that and grow it to within your first full month, or at least your first full 2 months, and grow it into a 25 to a 50 owner-operators under contract, and on your way to doing over $500,000 in revenue. Now, remember, if you're doing that kind of money in revenue, that's not going to all be your money, because when you get to the point, if you really want to build your company, you got to hire yourself some self-dispatch. You got to have some dispatch agents or some freight broker agents, okay? Don't try to be greedy and say, oh, this is all mine. It's all mine. I don't want to say, no, mommy, it's all mine. Don't be that little kid. You're just trying to, have all the ice cream, because you're going to get yourself a stomachache. You're going to be sick, okay? And then all the other ice cream is going to spoil, because you're not going to be able to eat it all right? Yeah, I know a lot of people say, why is she always breaking stuff down like that? Because I want everybody to understand what I'm saying, all right? But you're going to need to get to the point where you're going to have to learn that in some cases, you taking less is going to generate for you a whole lot more. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. All right. Because in order for you to grow as a company and to hit that next mark on that revenue stream, okay, you personally have to be willing to take less per transaction. And if you can grasp that concept, you will actually begin to generate and collect a whole lot more than you would have if you tried to do it all yourself and collect 100% of everything you are generating. Right? Now, with that being said, you all know that our back office, okay, and everybody go to mydispatcher.org. Okay, when you get to your that, and you all know, you all pretty much know all the stuff about the back office, because we go over that stuff all the time, every single week. We take y'all to this the back office dispatcher tools and resources. This is where everything starts, okay? And where does it start in building your business? What's the first place you start? And that is with what? Our script, right? Everybody knows that our script is the center point. That is the starting point. That is the ground zero, the main impact area for building your logistics firm and your logistics business and generating the type of revenue you want. Because if you want more revenue, you got to do what? You got to sign up more carriers. That's the key. Okay, I talked to y'all about blocking out the noise. Okay, Nothing else matters except contracting owner operators. And in order to do that, you have to have a great pitch. And on top of that, you have to have a delivery system that will allow you to be able to deliver that in an effective manner so that they get it. The boom, the light bulb goes off, the explosions go off, the little man in the back saying, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. All that stuff is happening, okay? I want to make sure that you all, make sure you understand that. All right, so first off, learn your script. That's number one. And where's the script? It's going to be right here under, I'm on the wrong page, my bad. It's going to be right here. There's the script right there. The truck with the money on it. How much money do you need to move your truck? That's what the script is, okay, on our little Rolodex. Learn your script. Now, once you have your script down and you learn that and you can recite that thing backwards and forwards, forward and back. If someone comes in the middle and says, well, tell me what to say. If someone says that I don't need no dispatcher, then you got to be able to tell me, sir, I understand. I'm not trying to take the place of your wife or anything else, or I'm not trying to, replace you in doing your own business, because I know you know what you're doing. But let me ask you a question. If you're finding loads for yourself one day, you find $1.75, $1.80, $1.90, $2 and $2.25, and I call you up, and I got loads that's paying $3.50, $3.75, $4 and $5 a load. Which load you gonna run that day? You see, I want you all to be able to just jump into a spot, no matter what someone throws at you. You can jump into the spot on that script and be able to do what? Overcome that objection. Because that's sales. That's sales. I know a lot of people say, well, y'all talk a lot about sales and not enough about finding loads, because this is not about finding loads. Finding loads is easy. That's what the load boards are for. That's what the straight dispatch load board extension is for. So finding loads, that's a no-brainer. The part that's going to make you money is being a salesperson. This is why this platform, we harp so much on being an effective salesperson. You must be able to transform your beliefs and ideals onto another person so that they see it the same way you do. That's sales. That is my definition of sales. Y'all like that? I just came up with that about 2 seconds ago. So I hope y'all like that. That's off the top of my head. Okay.
That was dope.
Okay, great. Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, like the man said, that was dope. Look. But that's sales. That's sales. Sales is being able to think on the run, being able to be fluent, be flexible, and able to craft your responses as quick as the questions come at you. If you can develop that, there's nothing on this planet you can't sell. I promise you that. If you can develop that skill, there is nothing on the face of the planet you cannot sell. I once told you a story about I used to be a photography package salesman. Started out at $3,700, went all the way as high as $10,000. And I sold those door to door. Okay? Door to door. I made about $70,000 on that year selling that type of stuff. Now, that's a hard sale. But if you have a skill set that allows you to be able to learn your script and come up with an effective script, which we have done for you, a delivery manner, which we have put that together for you, and then you got to have the things that you got to have in the background to back all that up. Give me just a minute here. You got to have stuff in the background to be able to back all of that up. Okay, so hold on for just 1 second, y'all. All right, there we go. All right. Y'all make sure that if you got some stuff, because remember, these mics do pick up every single thing, okay? Y'all just remember that. And some of the stuff you all may not be aware of that we're hearing, but we are hearing it. I promise you we're hearing it. And it's being picked up on the recording, because I get a lot of comments all the time on our YouTube channel. What's that noise I keep hearing? What's this? What's that? Why is this person? Look, I'm All I'm saying is just be conscious of the sensitivity of these mics because they will pick up any and everything. All right. So become a salesperson. That's all we're saying. Become a salesperson. And all of this that you all have access to, this is just here to support you as a salesperson. This is your backup. This is what has your back. Because you can become a great salesperson, but if you don't have a product, you can't sell it. So this is your product, okay? The script is your pitch. This is what helps you to format your sales pitch so you have something that you can, this is your bullet, okay? That's your ammunition, that's your bullet, okay? The pitch is, all right? The dispatch agreement, okay? The dispatch agreement, that is like your barrel that you're shooting out and is going to, well, I think everybody, the pitch is your barrel. The dispatch agreement is your bullet because you're firing that out, okay? You're going out and you're going to, pitch, your script. Then once you get them lined up and they are in your sights and they say, okay, I'm ready, this is that, then you go ahead and shoot them the bullet. Shoot them the ammunition, which is what? The dispatch agreement. And they sign it, they send it back to you, right? Now, make sure y'all learn that dispatch agreement too. Because once you know the dispatch agreement, you'll know how to let people know what you're charging, and you'll know how to overcome objections about what you're charging, okay? Because 10% is not a whole lot, okay? And then you have what? The workflow. Now, the workflow, that's what allows you all to get paid. Because if you follow that workflow, that's basically your daily work schedule. Okay, it's like, and I hate to use this word, it's like your Bible of how to conduct business as a independent dispatcher or freight broker or anything in this area that we're dealing with in the logistics industry. So learn those things. Okay, learn those three things above all else. Okay, you got to learn those three things above all else, and then, oh, sorry, this is your workflow. Yeah, the other one was your profile sheet. Y'all forgive me. I'm a little bit off this morning, but this cold weather's got me. But that's your workflow. Learn that. The other one was your profile sheet. Make sure you send that along with your dispatch group. Now, once you've got this part down, okay, once you've gotten this part down, you've got your script. Okay, you learned that. You know how to effectively explain your dispatch agreement, right? You put together your profile sheet so that you can send it to them so they can tell you what they need and how they want to, run and what type of loads they want, how much money that they need. And then you learn your workflow. You know what steps to take one after another to get from a load being booked to a load being paid on. So now the process just becomes repeatable. Now, here's the part about where we talk about learning how to build your firm. Because once you have this, okay, let's go ahead and we're going to go to a calculator because we're going to be doing some calculating here. Once you have that under control, once you've learned that type of information, then it just becomes about what? The numbers and following the steps. That's all it is. The numbers and following the steps. And this is the part where you all are going to have to learn how to relinquish some of your control to someone else and start sharing your revenue. Okay, because if you share your revenue enough, that will increase your income. Did everyone just get what I just said? If you share your revenue, if you increase and share your revenue, it increases your income. Now, a lot of people will think, well, that's an oxymoron. How am I going to share my revenue, but my income is going to increase? Because if you don't share your revenue, your income is going to become stagnant. You're going to reach a point to where you can't go any further. Now, I hope that makes sense to everybody. Because some people won't get it, but hopefully after this, you all will get it. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, man, if you're trying to do too much, you're at one by yourself. Sometimes you get stagnant or what.
Yeah.
You just can't grow no more.
Exactly. You're not going to be able to grow anymore. Now, as we were saying, now if you look here, what we start off with this. You all start off. Remember, we said that in this business, you don't have to be a great salesperson. You don't have to. You really don't even have to be good at what you do. You just have to be persistent. You just have to be willing to do it over and over and over again. And on top of that, we explained to y'all just a couple of days ago, how you can be lazy and still get to $250,000, right? Your first year in revenue. You can be incompetent, not a good salesperson, not able to, sign on to people. You're just not good at pitching the pitch, and still be able to get to $250,000 your first year in revenue. You can be non-committed, okay? Not wanting to work 6 days a week or working on Saturdays and Sundays. You just want to work 5 days a week and still get to $250,000 in revenue your first year. Y'all don't, now, for those of you who haven't heard this before, y'all probably saying, man, that Calvin is a doggone fool. Well, I ain't about buying this stuff. Now I got people on YouTube that come and say, if y'all listen to this, man, y'all crazy. That man don't know what he's talking about. But these are the same people. These are the very same people that are always complaining about they don't have no money. Y'all ever hear me complaining about not having money? No, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. But you don't hear me complaining about that. Look, I used to complain about bills. I don't complain about them now. I used to complain about not being able to do the things I want to do. I don't complain about that now. I used to worry about how am I going to take care of my daughter and send her off to college and all this other stuff. I don't worry about that now. Why? Because I figured out that in order to grow, you have to have a team. You have to create a team, and you have to share your revenue in order to increase your income. Okay, that's the whole thing about. Remember I told you all about the giveaway system way back when I was first starting this, and I told you all about the giveaway system and the billionaire. And he and I had a talk, and he showed me some stuff about how to generate real wealth. This is part of that. Okay, this is part of that. Okay, you have to get to the point to where you got to give in order for stuff to come back to you. All right, that's all part of the giveaway. It's all part of relinquishing not all of your control, but the majority of your control, so that you can generate more. Now, let's get down to the numbers. All right, let's say that you're lazy. Okay, let's say you come into this, you done spent the $349.95. You pay your $39.95 per month. Well, really, it's $34.95. You're paying that, and let's say you're lazy. And I don't have another word for it. You're lazy. You just, you don't have the gumption. You don't want to, you don't want to make the suggested 50, 60 phone calls to the carriers per day, because we show y'all how to find the carriers. If y'all haven't seen it, go back and watch our last week's training or the week before that. Just about every week, we show y'all how to find the carriers. You go to Truckers Pass. You can go to 123 Load Board. You can go to, I think Dat Power has one, something called the Truck Locator. In Truckers Pass, you click on where it says loads for brokers and loads for carriers. You click the loads for brokers because you're looking for trucks. When you get there, you click the truck search, and bam, it'll pull up all the trucks that are available for a load. And you can click on them and call them up and hit them with the pitch. We show you how to go to Quick Transport Solutions. Go over to the resources area, the red drop down. Go to the trucking company search. You click on that. Bam, you can put in what state you want to look in. Trucks from 1 to 5. Owner operators that own 1 to 5 truck. Owner operators that own 6 to 100 trucks, whatever the case may be. And you can find every owner operator that's listed in every state. Click on them, pull up all the information. You call them up, you hit them with the pitch. So, and now we suggest when you all do that, you make 50 to 60 phone calls a day. But let's say you lazy. You ain't got it in you to make 50 to 60 phone calls a day. Why? Because you just don't want to work that hard. Let's say you only make 10 phone calls a day. Is there anybody in here who can't commit to making 10 phone calls per day? Does that sound reasonable to everybody? 10 phone calls.
Yes.
All right. So just 10. Just 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just 10. Okay, how you do it forwards and backwards? Just 10. All right? All right. So you're making 10 phone calls a day. You're hitting them with the pitch. Hey, Mr. Driver, how you doing? My name is Calvin Butler. I'm with RBBS Transport, LLC. We are a member of the National Dispatchers Network, a network that has more than 3,000 independent dispatchers and freight brokers all working together to find carriers like you high-dollar freight. Let me ask you a question. How much money do you need to move your truck? That's the pitch. Y'all like that pitch? You see? Now, you see the enthusiasm? Now, I know I'm overdoing it and it looks silly, but let me tell you something. It works. Okay? Believe it or not, if you're happy and you sound happy and you're projecting that over the phone call, guess what? Whatever that day was, whatever they were having a bad day with the shipper, some Yahoo just cut him off on the expressway. You know, the guy pulled in and almost hit his truck because he beat him to a parking spot. Whatever his day was, it just got better. Why? Because Mr. and Mrs. Happy on the other end of the phone. Okay? All right. So let's say you hit them with that pitch, all right, and they go for it, whatever it be. But let's say they don't go for it. Why? Because you ain't good at what you do. You ain't good at what you do. You're a lousy salesperson. You can't close the average of what this pitch does. The average, if you halfway do it right, you should close 5 out of 10 of the calls you make. If you get to the point to where I am, you should be closing 9 out of 10. But on any case, you should be closing somewhere between 5 and 7 out of 10. So you should have a 50 to a 70% closing ratio. But let's say you are a lousy salesperson. Seriously, you couldn't sell free money to a broke man. That's lousy, right? Because it's a broke man that don't want free money. Something wrong with you. You can't sell that. Something wrong with you. All right. So let's say you lousy. You can't sell one squat. Does anybody agree here that you can be able to close at least 1 out of 10? Just one.
Yes.
Just one. Yeah. Can I finally find a way to make it right? Just one. That's all I want y'all to do. Okay? Just one. So if you can sell or close just one, you get one truck driver out of 10 to say, send me that dispatch agreement, man. I like that. Right? So you get that one truck driver. Okay? Remember, you're only making 10 calls. Right? So that's one truck driver. Now, we already know that the average load fee is going to pay, somewhere around $1,400 to $1,500. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that they're all going to be that, because obviously you have something that's around $500, $300 on short runs. But on short runs, you can run what? Multiple loads, right? If you run an 80-mile run and make $300, and then you run a 110-mile run and make $700, then you run another 60-mile run and you make $200 to $300, you got yourself what? Close to $1,200 to $1,300 that day, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So 3 short multiple runs or 2 short multiple runs, just like having 1 run, that's paying what? $1,500, mm-hmm. Right? Actually, it's better. Why? Because it's shorter distance, less time. You can do more often of them. But let's just say that you, on the average, you can only run 4 loads per week. You can only book 4 loads per week, okay? Tops. And you're averaging $1,500 on your load fees. Some are less, some are higher. Some are going to be $2,500 to $3,000. Some are going to be $500, $600, $700. But they're going to average out to about what? $1,500. So let's say you got that $1,500 on your load fee. All right? And let's say you was a lousy salesperson and lazy, because you're only making 10 phone calls a day, and you can't close with squat. You're only closing 1 out of the 10. So you got yourself one person that you run them on a load that's paying an average of $1,500 a load. All right? Your cut is what? 10%. Is that not right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's paying you $150 per load. So if you made those 10 calls and you're booking that person, what, 4 loads per week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just 4 loads per week. That's $600 per week, right? All right.
Mm-hmm.
So for one owner-operator sign up, that should bring you about $600 a week because you're booking that one owner-operator at least 4 loads a week, and you're charging them 10%. Average load fee is $1,500. That's going to bring you $150 per load. Times 4 is going to give you $600 per week off of one owner-operator, right? But you're making these same 10 calls, right? You're making 10 calls 5 days a week because you don't want to work on Saturdays and Sundays because why? You're lazy. You're not committed, okay? And because you're not good at what you do, you're only closing 1 out of 10 you call, right? So you're not good at what you do. And you're only calling 10. Why? Because you ain't got no gumption, man. Okay? So now, at the end of the week, you got yourself how many carriers? If you're following that lazy man's rule.
Mm-hmm.
You got yourself what? 5 carriers. So if you repeat this, you get at the end of the week, 5 carriers. Starting that next week, you should be generating what? That's $3,000 per week. And that's because you're lazy. And you don't know what you're doing. and you're not really committed. Okay, you're lazy, you don't know what you're doing, and you're not really committed. You're not.
Okay, Calvin, can I stop you right there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So if you have 5 carriers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you said to me the other day that 4 carrier is almost your limit. 4 to 5 should be your limit, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you start calling people every day,
Mm-hmm.
when do you start deciphering those other carriers to other people with your name attached to it?
All right.
Is
Everybody,
that part of the, go ahead.
Everybody who knows me, what is he doing? He putting what? The horse before the cart for the horse, ain't it?
Yeah, but you said build your business, right?
I know.
Okay.
I know. See, and y'all know that this whole thing is a little bit of an entertainment factor. So don't think I'm just harping on you, okay? Because it's not. Because we have to do this in order to please what? The audience, okay? You're like the kid that comes to dinner and someone is fixing dinner. And they put your meat on your plate, they put your vegetables on your plate and everything, this and that. And you know there's some ice cream up there somewhere. Right?
That's me, Calvin. I'm
greedy. You know
greedy.
there's some ice cream. No, you're not greedy, you're just impatient. You know there's some ice cream up there somewhere. Now, you know your parents are going to give you that ice cream. But all the other kids, your brothers and sisters, they digging in because they know if they eat, they what? They vegetables and they meat, right? And they drink their milk first. They get what? Ice cream, right?
Yeah.
But you, when the meat hits your tail, you looking at the plate. Where's my doggone ice cream?
I want everything at once, right?
Yeah, it's coming. Chill. Okay, the ice cream is coming. Okay, eat this first. Okay, let's eat this first. Let me finish feeding you these vegetables and this meat. And then I'm gonna give you ice cream. Okay? Just hang back, chill. Wait a minute. It's coming. Ice cream coming. Ice cream! Ice cream man! Ice cream man is coming! I want my ice cream! Y'all remember the Eddie Murphy script? Okay? Alright? Your ice cream is coming, man. I promise you, it's coming. Hold on.
I get it. I get it. Thank you.
All right,
but also, I have another question for you, right?
Okay.
So, I was on Trucker's Path, and I called this guy that was supposed to be at the, waiting for a load to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
I called the guy. He already picked up the load. He was already half the state, across the state already with the load.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him, I said, oh, do you have, did the pitch to him. And he was like, oh, he said, I'm from Ohio, by the way of Kentucky. He said, but I'm going to Massachusetts. And I pitched the script to him, and I was like, did the dispatcher tell you about a load going from Pennsylvania back to Ohio? And he was like, no. And I said, do you have your own dispatcher? He was like, I work for a company. I don't have my own motor carrier number.
Okay.
So I work for a company, and he does like 50 cents per mile or something like that. So when do you stop talking to those people? When they
he said he gets 50 cents. Well, if he's a company driver, then you really can't sign him unless he's a lease operator. You can't sign lease operators.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot sign a company driver. Now, a lot of times what happens is you have small companies. Okay, small companies. That's companies that own less than 20 trucks, 20, 25 trucks, somewhere around there. They have drivers that they hire. So the owner of that company would go and post stuff on Truckers Pad, or in the truck section in the truck locator and things like that. So there will be some instances when you'll call up, because what happens is instead of putting their number on it, they're putting the carrier, they're putting the driver of the truck, their number, and that's good. And that's good, because that's the person you really want to reach if they're an owner operator, right?
Right.
So that's what a lot of these companies do. Or sometimes those small companies like that, now you have to ask them. You have to ask them, well, does the company allow you to find your own loads? Because sometimes those smaller companies like that, they don't have forced dispatch like these big companies do, like Snyder and Western Express and Swift and things like that. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times these smaller companies, they would allow the driver of the truck to find their own loads. Okay?
Yeah, but I still send him the information anyways. I have my pitch in the email form. I sent it to him. He was happy. He said that he'll speak to his boss when he get back.
So the question to ask is, on that answer is, do your company allow you to find your own loads? Because I'm willing to bet you that was the case. Okay? Because why else would he list himself available at some point in time? Now he already found a load already, right?
Yeah.
By the time you call him. But why else would he list himself available on that truck locator, right?
Right.
If he wasn't able to accept loads that he was to find for himself.
Right.
So that would be a good time to have that follow-up question. Okay, well, great. Do your company allow you to find your own loads? Well, yeah, all right, great. Now, hold up. Now, when that happens, if you are signing the company may be since he can find his own loads, guess what? You can sign a dispatch agreement with him because he's able to find his own loads. Now, but because he works for a company, and if he does not have a DOT number himself, if he is just a driver of a truck, okay, that's owned by somebody else completely, you're still going to have to contact that company, right?
Okay.
And get them to agree to allow him to sign that dispatch agreement. Why? Because of the statute. What does the statute say? That you must have a pre-existing agreement with a carrier for a continued relationship to find said carrier suitable freight, persuading said carrier specific criteria. It does not say you have to have a pre-existing agreement with a driver. Okay, so so you have to have that agreement has to be with someone, and because of the third part of that statute that says that a said bona fide agent, right, operates under the what? The authority of the carrier or owner operator that they are contracted with.
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that part where you said you called the company and asked them what now?
Yeah, if you're dealing with a situation where you got a driver who's a company driver, he's not an owner operator, he does not have an authority, he does not have his own DOT number, and he does not own the truck. If he is strictly a company driver, but the company allows him to find his own loads. Smaller companies would do that. Okay? If you are reaching that person, and that person says, oh yeah, I love to use it, you are still gonna have to contact the owner of that company in that situation. And you're gonna have to get them to agree to allow that person to contract with you. Why? Because of the authority issue with the statute, which states that what? An independent because as an independent dispatcher, you don't have a DOT number, an MC number, no authority. You don't have insurance. You don't have, you don't need any of that stuff. Why? Because you are operating under what? The authority of who?
The carrier.
The carrier or the owner operator.
Right.
So if the person you're talking to does not have an authority, you can't really contract him solely by himself.
Right.
And if he does not own a truck, you cannot contract him solely by himself. Now, if he owned the truck and had a DOT number, yeah, you can do it, because then he don't need the authority. Why? Because he's the owner operator. He owns that truck, but he's running under the authority of someone else. But which means that you're only going to get 10% of what his cut is, not what the company. You get that?
Yeah, I get that. I get it.
Okay.
Anybody else? I'm sorry.
I understand that part, but I do. So do we need to get we get permission from the company if they don't have the MC number or the DOT number and it's not their truck? But do they have to sign that dispatch agreement to the company and the driver?
I would say yeah, in that essence. Now, the obvious thing to do is what? Just focus on owner operators and guys who own their own trucks, right?
Okay.
That would be the easiest way to do it. And you're not going to run into very many of this, okay? Because you're not targeting company drivers, right? That's not your goal. So they may get in the line of fire, so to speak, every now and then. Okay, it's not going to happen all the time. So this is not something that you're going to be continually dealing with all the time. This is just, like you said, he's making phone calls and he ran across one, right?
Yes.
That had that situation. Okay.
But Calvin, I did come across a guy who owned his own company who didn't have a dispatcher, and all his guys were complaining about the process of the paperwork. So they were looking for a dispatcher. Oh. So sometimes they come across those
Did
ones.
You sign him up?
He told me he'll call me in 2 weeks. I said, okay, but I gave him my pitch and stuff, my email and stuff, and I sent it to him, and he was happy that he got the information.
Okay. Now, that would have been a much better story if you said, yeah, I signed that guy up, and now I'm dispatching for 27 trucks.
No.
All right, well, folks, he went our tongue, but we didn't get no ice cream on that one.
No, I committed dispatch carrier suicide.
Yeah, you just teased us on that one, but
it was a good conversation though.
Yeah, and who knows? The guy will probably call you back in 2 weeks, or make sure you call him back. Make sure you get back. Make sure you get back with him.
Yeah.
And try to get it done. All right, let's continue on because we got a little sidetrack there. All right, so where we at? Okay, you've got 5 carriers now, 5 owner operators signed up. You're dispatching them 4 loads per week. Okay, and you're only and you got these being lazy. All right, so now you got $3,000 per week. So the next week you're doing what? Okay, you're doing the same thing. Okay, picking up 5, and then the next week you're picking up 5. Next week you're picking up 5. So what happens is if you continue along this path, what you got in your first month is this. If you do this again the very next week, no, that's not times. Let's go plus. That's plus another $3,000. So now your revenue becomes what? $6,000 per month. Per week. I'm sorry, per week. And if you do this again the following week, which is your 3rd week, you set yourself up for $9,000 in revenue per week. And then you do it again the following week, which is the 4th week. Then you set yourself up for $12,000 per week. Okay? All right? And that's after just 4 weeks, 1 month of consistent calling and adding carriers and dispatching them 4 loads per week. Now, and of course, you multiply that times 52 weeks. What do you got? Which is, because y'all know it's 52 weeks in a year. I don't gotta say that
Crickets.
that number speaks for itself.
Crickets.
Huh?
Crickets.
Yeah, crickets. That number speaks for itself. Now, hold on. That's revenue. Okay? Why? Because you're not going to be able to handle all those trucks by yourself. And on top of that, you got expenses that's going to come out of that. Okay? Whatever expenses you have in running your business. One of the expenses is what? $34.95 a month, right? To access all your tools and resources. Right? But that's that's a very small expense compared to if you wasn't part of this platform where you had to pay for your own load boards. If you were going to pay for 5 load boards at $49 a month each, come on. That's what, 2, 3, almost $400 per month. Just on load boards. Right? If you're going to buy shippers list and all that other stuff, all the other crap, they tell y'all to do out there, you're going to spend another, what, for every 5,000 list of shippers, you're spending, what, $2,000 or whatever the ungodly going rate they have for these shippers lists now, and half of them are not even active, right?
Well, are those considered write-offs, Calvin?
I mean, look, write-offs don't mean you can write the whole thing off. IRS ain't gonna let you write off the whole thing. you ever did an itemized deduction? I know. Look, if you ever, when you get to the point to where you're doing more than $100,000 a year, $150,000, $200,000 a year, and you start, I don't care if you keep every receipt in the world. Look, I done got to the point now where my wife and I, we pay for everything with the business card. We don't pay for cash for anything. Everything goes on the business card. Why? Because all we got to do is take our bank statements at the end of the year and say, there's all our receipts. Right?
True.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, those receipts, they total up to a lot. But guess what? The way it's broken, because I used to do taxes. I own a tax firm, North Florida Tax Pros, an American Tax Office franchise. You can look it up on YouTube. I own a tax firm one time. Okay? So I can tell you, that when you're talking about write-offs, people always talk about write-offs. If you charge $1,000, something you pay $1,000 for, and it was a business expense, you know how much money the IRS is going to count for that $1,000?
$100.
Right, somewhere between 10 and 15%.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So write-off ain't what you think it is. When people say a write-off, they're really saying a percentage of it is gonna get deducted from your revenue, from your income.
Oh, okay.
Okay, not that whole amount. It's not gonna come off your income.
No, it's just a percentage.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're gonna still wind up, unless you just completely lost money on the business itself, you made no profit, and you were in a deficit, then you may get away with not having to pay taxes that year on that business. And that's very seldom. That's a rare occasion. Even if you don't have any type of profits or anything, you just broke even or whatever this and that, you're still going to have to pay some type of tax.
Okay.
That's the price of being a business owner. All right. So let's just keep that in mind. Now, write-off don't necessarily mean everything gets written off. All right. So, because I hear people they toss it around a lot, and mostly because they just don't know.
They don't know.
They just don't know. But when you get to the whole calculation, it's only going to be about 10 to 15% of whatever that write-off is actually going to go towards coming off of your taxable income. Okay. Now, if you take your income, whatever you put into any type of investment, IRAs, anything like that, a Roth or whatever the case may be, now that is not considered taxable income. So 100% of that is protected. Okay?
Now, I'm sorry to ask you all these questions, but is that part can a business owner do that?
Do what?
Like invest in other stuff, like IRAs and 401ks? I didn't know that. Okay.
You can take part of your business, part of your revenue from your business and place it into, interest-bearing accounts, money market accounts, all different types of stuff.
I never knew that. All right, thank you. That's good information.
I mean, you can have you don't think J.P. Morgan Chase has business accounts?
Right.
What is J.P. Morgan Chase?
It's a financial firm, ain't it? Or this is a bank, right?
Yeah, but it's what? It's a primarily an investment firm.
Right, investment firm.
Okay, so you can have it to where you can do stuff like that too. All right.
Okay.
So now you're looking at what? Over $500,000 in revenue.
$500,000.
And this is from you being lazy, okay? And not, and being a terrible salesperson because you only made 10 phone calls per day. You only close 1 out of them 10, and you don't work on weekends. Right?
Yep.
Now, that's also from you what? Closing what? Booking 4 loads per week. Now, I know some of y'all say, but Calvin, sometimes I can't find loads for my carrier. Sometimes I can't put them 4 loads a week. All right. Well, let's just say you only able to book 2 loads per week for your carriers. Now, come on, man. If you can't get your carrier to accept but 2 loads from you a week, come on. Anybody think that's not doable?
It's doable. It's doable.
Just 2 loads.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about 4. I'm talking about you find them a load, they take one on Monday, they take another on Thursday.
but Calvin, it also matters what type of equipment that they have.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But honestly. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, we're not talking 3 loads or 4 loads. We're talking just 2 loads.
Right.
A week.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to tell me it's hard to find just 2 loads, 2 good paying loads per week that your carrier would just be like, I mean, look, you can go through this thing sometimes, you see loads, a lot of times we come across loads that's paying $5, $6, $7, $8 a mile. I mean, if you're any type of salesperson, you can sell a load that's paying $3 a mile. Most carriers will jump on $250, $275 a mile.
Yeah.
So for someone to tell me that they can't get their carriers to take at least 2 loads per week, that person is telling me that they ain't trying at all. Not at all. Just 2. But if you're lazy, you only make 10 phone calls a day, you only closing 1 out of the 10, and you're not good at this, right? So you're not closing a whole bunch. And let's say you're not good at finding loads. So if you're only getting 2 loads a week, that cuts your revenue what? In half, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's still more than $250,000 a year in revenue. Right?
True.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say you were just, let's just say you ain't worth the paper you're trying to write on. And let's say you only find those 20 carriers, 1 load each per week. Y'all hear me? 1 load each per week. That's still $156,000 in revenue. All right? And let's say your expenses, you spend a whole bunch of expenses, and you're spending $56,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Calvin, somebody got a lot of static or something.
Yeah, I know. And I keep explaining to you all, because people may not know that they have all that going on, but these mics will pick up everything. Like if I rub my beard, y'all hear that? The mics pick it up. Okay, so if you got a whole lot going on, if you have, if you're moving stuff around on your desk, or if you're, fidgeting and you got something that's creating some type of friction, if you got a bad cough, if you have nasal problems, if you have, where you like to breathe out your mouth and you got your mic on, mute your mics, because we hear all of that. There was some instances in some earlier broadcasts, apparently it was a lot of adults, in the room, and you hear some stuff going on in another room that we really didn't want to hear. I'm just going to leave it at that, okay? So just remember, these mics, they pick up everything. So I tell y'all all the time, be conscious of what's going on around you and what you're doing on these open mics, okay? All right. Enough said. All right. Okay, so even if you got down to you were only booking one measly, sorry load per week for each of your carriers, and you were spending, just overspending on your overhead, $56,000 per year. So you're a terrible business manager at that. Y'all see that? Now, when you break it down like that, do y'all see how sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, sometimes when I hear you all, or I see you all on the chat group sometimes, or I hear y'all talking about, I can't do this, I can't do that, you know, how to do this not as easy as I thought it was going to be. When? I know y'all probably say, well, Calvin just ain't got no heart. No, that's not it. That's not it. We are adults. Okay? We are all adults, and we are business owners. All right? If a business owner has to be anything, you have to be tough-skinned. Okay? You have to learn to stop complaining. Because regardless of, you know, if you're complaining about it, and it may be unfair, but the bottom line is you still got to make it happen. So instead of crying about it, pull your diapers up. Okay? Put on your big boy pants over your diapers, you know, if you have to, and get back on the phone. Start making phone calls. Start just doing the steps. Follow the program. Okay? Stick to the basics. Make the phone calls. Pitch the pitch. Get on the load boards. Find the loads. You got access to more than 100 load boards. Find the load. You got access to the straight dispatch, which helps you to find loads faster. Find the loads. Whatever you got to do, make it happen. Because the bottom line is, if you just follow just the doggone steps and go one step at a time, and you found yourself signed up one carrier for every 10 calls you make, if you're only making 10, and you only book them each one load per week at 20 carriers, at the average load fee of $1,500. I'm not saying that every load is going to be that, but it's going to average out. But if you book them just one load per week, if you got 20 carriers signed up, that's just looking at per year. That's after you spending $56,000 on just overhead. Now, who spends that much money on overhead? I don't know. Okay? Now, the real question becomes, let's go back to when you was on that revenue of what? $624,000. Because that should be your real revenue if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And you're booking the 4 loads per week, or whatever the case may be. If you're doing everything the week, if you're firing on the things, well, actually misfiring, because even that is, because imagine what that number would be if you were closing 3 out of the 10 instead of 1 out of 10, or hitting the mark of 5 out of 10 instead of 1 out of 10. You understand what I'm saying? So imagine what that revenue would be then. Now, the question now comes is, how do you get to that next level? How do you bump up to that? Because even at that right there, you're not going to be able to handle all of that by yourself, because you got 20 carriers. And this is why I always tell y'all, don't try to handle more than 5. A lot of people say, well, I can handle 10. It's not a point of what you can handle. You want to get to the point to where you're generating what? More income. And in order to generate more income, you got to share more of your revenue or share your responsibility. Now, I'm going to show y'all how that works. What you got to start doing is this. When you hit your first 5, right? And then when you take on one more, let's say you got 5. You got 5 carriers under contract, and you're booking them freight. Then the next day, you sign on another carrier. At that point right there, when you hit your 6th carrier, you should be looking for an independent. You should be looking for a dispatch agent to bring on board. Okay, and here's why. Because you want to go ahead and free up yourself from those 5 carriers that you're already booking freight from. So you're going to hire yourself a dispatch agent, and you're going to start them off with those 5 carriers. You're going to give them those 5 carriers. You're going to hire a dispatch agent, and part of your draw to get a dispatch agent to come work for you, you're going to state, in your ad, we'll start you off with your first 5 carriers. In other words, they don't have to go out and find any more carriers. You're going to give them the first 5 carriers. We're going to supply you with 5 carriers. And you're going to let them know these carriers are average. We're finding an average of load fees between $1,200, $1,500, $1,200 and $1,700 on the load fees, which means load fees average about $1,500 on average. Some are less, some are more. You're doing multiple short runs or high dollar long runs, whatever the case may be. It's averaging $1,500. Okay, and the company gets a total of 10% of the load fee, and you're going to be sharing with them because you gave them those 5. They're going to be getting 4% of the load fee. You're going to be getting 6% of the load fee. Okay, now if they're getting 5 carriers, right? If they're getting 5 carriers, right? That means they're going to. Remember those 5 carriers. If they're booking them 4 loads per week, is bringing in $600, right? Times 40% of that, which means they're going to be getting 40%. Oh, hold on. I didn't do my percent. My bad. $600 times 40%. There we go. So they're going to get $240 a week from the 5 carriers you started them off with. So you're starting them off with the means to earn $240 a week right away. Now, the other part of this is when they bring on their own carriers.
Calvin.
Yeah.
I thought it was $3,000 a week. That's for one carrier. What you have there is for one carrier.
Yeah, you're right.
Shouldn't that be times 5?
Yeah, you're right. I got a little quick on my math here. Yeah, 5 carriers, 4 loads per week, $3,000. One carrier is $600. You're right. So that's $3,000 times 40%. There we go. So they're getting the first 5 carriers. You're going to start them off with the means to make $1,200 a week. Now it makes sense to me. Thank y'all for that math check. Okay, so they right now you've given them a way to earn $1,200 per week, right? That's not bad income. Anybody think that's bad income?
Pretty good.
That's pretty good, right? All they got to do is
not good.
All they got to do is just keep doing what you was already doing, right? You pretty much done the hard part. You called up the carriers, you pitched them, and you say, here's 5 carriers. It's already bringing, $3,000 a week. I'm gonna break you off $1,200 of that. You just keep maintaining what we was already doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody think you now don't have a base or a foundation to build an empire upon?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So now, I plan to enroll my sub-dispatchers in the platform and under the corporate enrollment.
Mm-hmm.
So now when they start watching all the videos and they get motivated and they want to start their own firm,
they can't until you sign, we get a release letter from you.
Okay. And what about if they want to take the dispatchers that the carriers that you've given them with them?
Then you need to have something written in your contract with them that prevents them from doing that. Because remember, you all don't work for us. You are still running your business. So however you want to structure your business and your business contracts and rules of how they should operate, that's up to you. Structure it any kind of way you want to. What do we always say? Protect yourself, right?
Right. Where can I find an example of a contract that will provide me with good protection?
Google.
I Googled it, but I don't see anything, that's like specific.
Then join Rocket Lawyer.
Okay.
Join Rocket Lawyer. Y'all know I use Rocket Lawyer to draft all of our agreements, contracts, everything I do in business. I go to Rocket Lawyer because Rocket Lawyer gives you, once you go into it, you can go in and just pull up, just type in what you need, right?
Okay.
Then they will give you a construct, and all you got to do is go in and just put in what you want to put into it. They ask you the questions. What do you want to put? This and that. You type in you type in just what you want into it. And all of a sudden, it puts it together. Boom, and it gives you a nice, pretty contract that you can send out through DocuSign, and they put it in legal terminology. Basically, is what they do.
Hey, Kelvin.
Yeah. One at a time.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Okay, I'll jump in. It's just in reference to what the young lady just asked there. Another option we could have for that is to just Google like a non-compete clause.
Yeah.
And it's similar. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar. And as you read the non-compete clause, they'll have templates for it. And you could just readjust one or two sentences to make it fit your specific needs.
Yeah, just draft it to how you want it. Because those of you who are on our P4L, we have something exactly like that, right?
Yeah, the broker agreement, like the broker carrier agreement.
Yeah, like the broker carrier agreement, now we do have a broker carrier agreement in the back office, but I wouldn't necessarily have that because you're talking about employees.
But there's a broker agreement. There's a broker agent agreement. You can just change it from agent to dispatcher.
Exactly. You can change from agent to a dispatcher where it has something that references, authority and all that. So you just take that out, and just. But if you just, like you said, if you just pull up a regular non-compete clause, and I know you can Google that. That comes up everywhere. A simple non-compete, non-compete clause or a non-complete non-disclosure or any of those will work. And you just change. No, actually, the title is still going to be non-complete. You just put your up there, non-compete. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank those of you who lended your response. All right. So now you set up a groundwork. You've got your foundation set. You got a good foundation. You're able to put something out there that offers dispatchers, your dispatch agents good money, and you're starting them off, right? So now you also put in there when you bring in your own carrier, right? Now, as she mentioned, you may want to put a clause in your contract with that person or with your people that your carriers are the rights and ownership property of what? Your company. If for any reason you separate from this company, property and right or property rights or ownership clauses or ownership of the company remains with who? The company. So those first 5 carriers, they're not theirs, they're yours. You get it? So, but now you can also have in there for them to be able to do what? Expand and build their revenue, which if they bring in their own if they go out and through the training that you have provided to them and the tools and resources that you have provided, because remember, you're still paying for their tools and resources that they get through what? Our platform, right? You're paying for the training and you're paying for all that, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. Which enables them to go out and do what? Pitch and find more carriers, right? Now, there are 2 ways you can handle that. Everything that is acquired while you are working for this company belongs to this company. Okay? They ain't got no claim on because they are what? They're employees, right? And they're working on your company. You are paying for the tools, the resources, all that stuff, the training. You're paying for all that. You're paying for the access to the load boards. Why? Because you're paying us, and we provide that to, anybody that comes into our platform, right? So you could say, everything that comes into this company belongs to this company. All right? Now, what you can do is, or you can say, now, also with that, you can say, but we will pay you if you go out and you contract, carriers and bring them into the company. We're going to reward you by flip-flopping that. We're going to pay you 70%. You're going to get 7% of that 10% dispatch fee, right? So if you bring in, so you're making $1,200 a month on that 4%, right? But let's say you bring in another 5, right? So
that was $1,200 a week on a month.
No, but let's say they bring in another 5. That 5 is generating $3,000 per week, right? Right.
Right.
And then now instead of paying them 40% because they brought them in, they're gonna get what? 70%. So now they're making $2,100 off of the ones that they brought in, plus, $1,200 off of the ones you see what I'm saying? So now they're making what? $3,300 a week. And you are making what? Because the first batch, you had 3,000, right? And you're getting what? 60%, right? So you're getting 6% of the load fee. So I keep forgetting to add that percent. My bad. 3,000 times 60%. Okay, there we go. All right. So you're making $1,800 off of the first 5, right?
Right.
Because those are ones you gave them, right? So that's $1,800. And on the second 5, you're making $900. All right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, if you're repeating that process with every dispatch agent you bring in, why? Because remember, when you give them that 5, you gave them that 5 because what? You went out and got what? Another contract, right? So now you got 6. So now you got 1 that you're handling yourself, right? And the dispatch agent is handling the other 5 plus 5 that they brought in, right? And so you're making $1,800 plus $1,900, which gives you a total of $2,700 a week, right? Plus what? The $600 from the other one the other carrier that you're managing yourself, right? So you're back up to $3,300 a week. Now, here's where it gets real interesting, because now you're not just resting on that. You're still making phone calls. Why? Because you have time to do that, to call what? Carriers, right? Why? Because the dispatch agent is handling the bulk of your work, right?
Right.
And you're still making what? $900 a week from that dispatch agent plus $1,800 a week. So you're still making $3,300 a week from that dispatch agent, right?
Okay.
Right.
All right. So now you're still making money. All right. So now you got time to do what? Just make phone calls. Because you only got what? 1 carrier you got to book freight for, right? Instead of 6 carriers, right? Okay. So now you just continue to make phone calls and continue to do what? Build your acquisitions. You are acquiring more what? More owner operators that you can, so that your business management firm can build upon. All right. So let's say you go out and you get 5 more. Okay. Because when you hit 6, you're gonna do what? Start looking for what? Another what? Dispatch agent.
Dispatcher.
Exactly. You're gonna look for another dispatch agent, right? So when you get that dispatch agent, you're gonna do the same exact thing. You're gonna give them 5, right? So they can start earning $1,200 a month off rip, right? You're still gonna be collecting what? Your $1,800, right?
Yep.
Out of that $3,000 that they're gonna be generating, right? And you got one more that's left over when you generated what? Another $900, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all you've done now is just repeated the process. Plus 30, 300. So now you're at 60. And look, if you keep doing this, and that's per week, by the way, y'all. If you keep doing this, right, and you get yourself another set, you had another 3,300 that's coming in. That really you're not even doing the work for. Why? Because your dispatcher doing all the work for. The only thing you're doing is you're maintaining one that you are dispatching for yourself, and you are now your focus is only on what? Acquisitions.
Correct. Okay,
because, go ahead.
I got a question. But when your dispatcher, your sub-dispatcher, brings on an additional 5 more carriers, would they want to give them another person working with them?
No. Because remember, if you're using what? The straight dispatch, you should be able to handle what?
Remember 10 dispatch. 10 loads.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So you give them a way to build and to be able to manage their 10, and they can still earn themselves what? $3,300 per week. Oh no, they're earning what?
They're $3,300 a week.
They're earning that $3,300 per week.
I think
so. So if you look at that $3,300 per week times 52 weeks, I mean, come on, man. I mean, come on. You ain't.
That's simple enough.
You ain't.
All right.
They're not underpaid.
No.
I mean, seriously.
Hey, Calvin.
Yes.
Excuse me. I got a question, and it's in reference to what we were talking about before. When the young lady asked about, and I'm assuming she's young. She sounds younger than I. Anyway, when she asked about bringing on the other agents, as far as them being able to go and do it yourself and us having in place some sort of agreement with them, is there any way that on your platform, like we could, when we bring on drivers, we could submit maybe their email and their name just as another like barrier to stop them from going and registering with you behind our backs or something like that? Because I could see someone trying to do that as well.
Yeah, but in our, you ever looked down corporate enrollment?
No.
Okay. Who in here has a corporate enrollment? Does anybody on here today have a corporate enrollment?
Not yet, but it's coming.
All right.
I see it in my future.
Okay. Hold on. Let me show y'all what a corporate enrollment looks like. Let's go to this. All right. Let's go to our home page. Home. All right. I'm gonna show y'all what a corporate enrollment looks like. All right. When you sign up, this is the page you all get when you go to sign up. When you go to enroll, okay. If you click off this, come down here. You have down here your corporate enrollment. Corporate enrollment 10.0, corporate enrollment 1.0, and the 2.0. And then we have the corporate enrollment unlimited. When you click on that, click on where it says view more. Okay. All right. This is the corporate enrollment, and this is what it looks like when you're when you first look at it. Corporate enrollment fee, for up to 10 agents, RBBS brokerage firm, and does not book freight. I was doing $99 a month is what the corporate enrollment fee is. Okay. Now, when you sign up for that, this is what the corporate enrollees get. I'll go to my Square account, show y'all what that is. With Square, show y'all what some of the corporate enrollments look like, or what they get versus what you all see when you all sign up. Find my corporate Find one of my corporate enrollees.
I think he was asking about the carriers joint, trying to.
Hold on. We get into that.
Okay.
We get to that. He was asking about giving them access to the about them oh shoot. What was your question again? Because I had a train of thought.
It was basically what stops the agents that you bring on up under you. What stops them from going through you and just coming and registering with RBBS themselves?
I got you. Exactly. And I'm about to show you that. So if I just hold on. Okay. All right. Let me find one of my corporate enrollees. What am I looking for? I have to find what am I looking for? 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 Let's find a corporate enrollee. Someone I know who's Gregory King. Trying to think who's a corporate. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, let me go to feedback. That'll tell me. My bad. I got some feedback here I need to get in. I need to look at. All right, Gregory King, if you're watching this on, we no longer have the test. He asked the question, where do I take the test? That's old. That's when we were with DOT and Federal Motor Carrier Association. We no longer have the test. Okay, Drayshawn Jackson, he wants to come back into our platform, so he wants to opt back in. We have people that leave our platform and then about 4 or 5 months later they turn around and say, hey, I want to come back in, or I mean it's no problem. We have people that do that. I'm trying to find my latest corporate enrollee. I think just a corporate enrollee. Yeah. All right. This is the corporate enrollee. All right. Y'all see this? This is what the corporate enrollees get when they sign up. Right, to be a corporate enrollee. One of the messages that we send to them: your corporate enrollment upgrade is approved, and upgrade invoice was forwarded. Please remit the upgraded ASP, whatever. As a corporate member, you will be able to add up to 10 of your employees to your corporate account. Please begin by replying, sending your employees' information so we may add them to your corporate account. We'll need each employee's full name, SMS text number, email address. Each employee will be invited to join the National Dispatchers Network and will have full access as a subscription member with full benefits. Okay? Now, they must receive, in order for them to come into our platform on their own, after that, we have to get a release form or release letter, a letter of release from the corporate owner. Okay? And to show y'all what I mean, and when they're in our platform, they are listed as a corporate enrollee. Let me show you what the profiles look like. Go to the directory. Now you see this right here? This is his profile, right? Now you'll notice here he falls under a group. His group is what? LBS Droppers Logistics. So that's the name of his company. All right, that's his profile. Now, if I click that group, look at this. These are all his employees. So whenever we pull up one of his employees, what are we looking at? We're looking at a member of what? Right there, LBS Droppers Logistics. Y'all see what's happening? So
Yeah.
any message that we receive, or we receive a request to join our platform, or someone pays for our platform, and we put in the email address, and it's going to pull up that they are what, we're gonna tell them we can't accept this. Okay, their money will be refunded, and we send them a letter saying that they must first do what? They must first receive a letter of release from LBS Droppers Logistics. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
All righty.
Well, we spoke about maybe a week or two ago, if they're already a member of the platform with their individual plan, then it probably would be a good idea for them to let their subscription go, and we pay for them under our corporate plan, so we can see what they're doing.
Basically, they would just send us requests back onto the same system. So just hit reply to any one of the messages and said, I've elected to become an employee of such and such company. You know, whatever the case may be. Okay. Now, with that being said, there is another thing that the board has discussed with me, because and I'm glad you brought that up, because that hasn't happened yet, but that's one of the things that they brought up. If you are a corporate enrollee, okay, they're going to put out a that prevents corporate owners from targeting existing members. Okay, because there's a term called corporate pillaging. I don't know if y'all know what that means. But that's when you go into a company, you infiltrate a company, and you infiltrate a company for the sole purpose of stealing their clientele, or their whatever this is, or whatever that case may be. I understand you all may not be doing that on purpose, or you may not be, but if you come into a platform where we already have subscription members, and you target our subscription members, well, instead of you paying for this, come work for me and I'll pay for it since I'm already paying for it. You see how that's a problem?
Okay, so we'll just put our ad on Indeed.
Yeah. So you can't target members of our platform already to get them to come under your corporate heading, because you're paying a discounted fee for having more members. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you do that, you're basically robbing us of our clientele.
We don't want to do that.
No, we don't want to do that.
We appreciate what you done for us. We would never do that.
Yeah, well, and not only that, you all have to remember our board is they're an attorney for and
But it doesn't mean that you can't have another member to able to find a dispatcher to work with you.
I mean, you can find, you can network. That's why we have a network. So you can network with other members, okay? If you want to go with another member and say, hey, let's network, and I'll do this and you do that, and like I've already got carriers or whatever this is and that, and I will pay you what's good. But that member can't go and say, well, I'm gonna cancel my membership because now I'm working with. You understand what I'm saying? Because if we find that out, then I promise you, the board will find a way to draft some type of lawsuit. They sit around and they dream this stuff up. They just over lunch they think of ways to sue people. Okay? I mean, that's what they do. You ought to look them up. Justice Law Firm. I mean, they're the ones that sued the NFL over these headache things, the concussions. They're the ones that brought that lawsuit. They're also the ones that here in Florida successfully sued and collected. Because anybody can sue, but not everybody can collect. They collected a $24 billion lawsuit on the tobacco industry here in Florida on behalf of the state of Florida. These guys sit around and dream of ways to sue people. That's their dreams at night. Oh, I had a great dream last night, honey. What was it? I figured out how to sue Intel. Oh my, that's great, honey. That's look. There's not a better group of people to have, that backs you when you got something like that. Okay, because look, that's what these guys, they do this for, that's a pastime. So just think about when and I know that this is just you all thinking with your corporate hats on, trying to find ways to increase your revenue, trying to find ways, but also when you're thinking about doing something, make sure that you're not doing something that infringes upon the profitability of another company. Okay, just so they keep that in mind. All right, but these are the steps that we take to protect your company. Okay, to protect people from going in and around you once they are under your corporate structure. Okay.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
I think I was what I had in mind was teaming up, but I guess I'm saying the wrong thing. Really, you're teaming up with your fellow subscription member, so they keep their own subscription, and you keep your.
Yeah, that's called networking.
Okay.
That's called networking. Yeah,
so they don't need to be on their line.
That's called networking. But where it crosses the line is if you're saying to them, or if you're targeting them, people within our platform, and saying, well, instead of you paying your $39.95 a month, come over to us, because we already set up to where we can just have you included in our platform, and all we're paying is just $99 a month, or the $199 a month, or the $299. Now this really goes into effect when we have the corporate enrollment unlimited. And the reason why it came up, we had our first corporate enrollment unlimited. Matter of fact, we got 3 in 1 week, and that kind of triggered the lawyers' thought process because they like to get ahead of stuff. They said, hold up. It's great that we got these guys that's paid this $2,499 and they're paying $299 a month, but they can also sign up an unlimited number of employees. That's what the unlimited is. Then they start thinking, what's to stop them from targeting our 3,912 membership base, and start pillaging our own membership base and saying, instead of you paying that $39 a month, come over this why, because we have an unlimited plan. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Lawyers think of that stuff. That's the stuff that keeps them up at night. So they say, well, it's all right. So here's what we got to do. We've got to come up with a mandate that gets ahead of that. Make sure we let everybody know that this is falls under corporate pillaging. Okay, which and then if they do that, and then we have the evidence to show that we will sue them. So just keep that in mind. All right.
Thank you.
No problem. All right. But now you all are starting to see how less can generate more. Okay. Why? Because it frees you up. Which in any business, what's the one thing you can never get back? You can't pay for it. I mean, time. And that really is the most valuable resource to any business owner. It's time. Time to do this. Time to do that. Free time to do this. Time to time. You can't pay and get time back. I mean, you can't. What you can do is you can delegate or share, your responsibility that gives you more free time. All right? But time is your most valuable resource as a business owner, because you got to have time to make your business grow and to manage your business and to keep your business on the right track and to set and plot that path.
Got a question when you get time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, when you're looking for new dispatcher or to add on dispatchers, any recommendations?
Yeah,
Like family, friends, whatever?
I wouldn't recommend family and friends. Indeed, go to Indeed. They have a free platform where you can place your ads on there and let people know that you're recruiting for independent dispatcher. You're paying, start them off with commission, and just lay it out. Same way we laid it out for you all. We'll start y'all with your first 5 carriers. Carriers at current are booking on average 4 loads per week. Average load is paying what the average load fee is $1,500, right? And company charges 10%. You will receive what 4% of that 10%, which means you will be earning roughly, if you continue to book, you'll be earning roughly $1,200 a week. That's a no-brainer. Somebody looking for a job, man, that sounds good to me, right?
I was thinking about. I didn't know if we could. I mean, it's up to us who we add, but
yeah, I mean, you can do that. You can do that. You can do that through Indeed. You can put down there currently have 1 position available. Then when you get another one, currently have 2 positions available. Currently, you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But then when you feel it, just let Indeed know you feel that position, whatever it is. And then on top of that, Indeed will start to build you a profile. So when people search on your company in the in Google, you'll get something like this. When people start to search your company, where's my G at? When people are searching for your company, let's say RBBS, when people search your company, you got all this stuff right here. Working at RBBS Transport LLC employee reviews, careers and employment, and Indeed, RBBS homepage, all this stuff. I mean, we're all over the place. You put in RBBS and there we are. You click on this right here. Indeed has these little things because Indeed does something called where they actually reach out to employees of your company without even telling you. Because we had no idea. We had no idea that they were doing this stuff. Until someone calls me, hey man, y'all got a great review on Indeed. Huh? Yeah, I was just searching around on Google. They got all kinds of stuff on there about y'all. I said, really? So we go in there to try to see what it was. All right. They put down reviews. You got a snapshot of the company. RBBS, Transport LLC careers and employment. Headquarters in Florida. Employee size 11 to 50. This is when we were a small brokerage firm or whatever the case may be. Got our website right there. Why join us? Talk about the reviews and stuff. Then you got our reviews. Now we got some great reviews and we got 1 bad review. Now y'all know who that's from. That's from one of our competitors. I'm not gonna call his name, but you'll see what I'm talking about. Someone wrote, productive family time, working at your own pace. Productivity is never an accident. It is always the result of a commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. My goal is to no longer get more done, but rather to have less to do, and that's exactly what RBBS Transport LLC allows me to do. I like that. That's good. That's good. Then another one says, RBBS LLC, best move ever, out of Jersey City, New Jersey. Wish I had joined this company years ago. A lot of companies make grand claims and promises, but RBBS delivered. Got everything I was promised. Can't see myself working with any other company in any other industry. Customer service and back office support is second to none. The CEO himself even finds time to consult with me. Who does that nowadays?
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, I like that.
Hey, Calvin, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
You may be able to answer this just by word of mouth, actually going into the back office. But you had mentioned, I looked at what I would think is most of the load boards for finding available trucks, and you mentioned 1, 2, 3 load earlier today.
Yeah, we don't I mentioned them because they are a good load board. They just priced themselves out of the market for us.
Oh, okay. I was going to say because I'm unable to find them and get onto them. Okay, so we don't have them anymore.
Yeah, we
so
used
the main
to have
ones
them.
We had?
Yeah, we used to have them like when we first started up, but then they went in and they just wanted to change. They just got, once they saw how popular we were beginning to get and how many people, because they used to have a plan where we would pay them, we was paying them, it was like for every 30 people we brought on, we would pay them $500, and then we were paying them $299 per month, right? So then they wanted to change it to every 30 people we brought in, we had to pay an additional $299 a month plus $500. I said, oh,
so as far as finding available trucks right now, the main ones to look at would be
that's within our platform. It would be the main ones would be Truckers Path and Quick Transport Solutions.
Quick Transport Solutions. Let me see. And they'd be under what? Okay, I know Quick Transport.
Yeah. It's in your back office. When you get up, here, let me show it to you real quick. When you get to the back office, just go out to the load boards, move on over to where it says Quick Transport Solutions. You'll see them. They're the ones that's got the fast-moving trucks, like they're zipping by. I'll show it to you all, so you all will get an illustration of what I'm talking about. This is them right here. And that's Quick Transport Solutions. When you click on that, it'll pop up. Click on the link. Go over to where it says Resources. Click that. It's going to go over to the red box over here. And so here it says Search Trucking Companies. Click that. There you are. Put in what state you want to look in. Georgia. You know, got to type in the city. You want to type in company name. I always say click 1 to 5 trucks. Home. And then over here you're going to click interstate, not intrastate. Click search. When you do that, I'll pull up every owner operator registered in the state of Georgia. And as you all can see here, you have how many results? 17,000. Now, remember, this is just page 1. This is just the page. Page 1. Okay, page 1 of 17,086 results. That's 17,086 pages. Y'all do realize that, right? That's the pages. Not the number of listed carriers. That's the number of pages. And this is just one page. No, I take that back. This is the number of carriers, yeah. Because it's got about 47 on each page. And all you do is just click on one of them. When you click on one of them, it pulls up all the information, everything you need to know about them, including their phone numbers and stuff, in order for you to be able to contact them. All right. Everybody got that?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. All righty then.
Yeah.
All righty.
And you also can use direct freight, too.
Yep. You can use that one, too. All right. Let me go back to these reviews because I haven't looked at these in a while. Let's see, most money I've ever made. Close to, who is this out of? This is out of San Antonio, Texas. I like San Antonio. Close to 185. Now, these are not just employees. These are, it tells you here, people who have either used our platform were either employees, members of our platform, or who use our services, or whatever the case may be. But they come in and they write reviews and stuff. Most money I've ever made, close to $185K in 2018. That's all I need to say about this company and the opportunity afforded to me. They make the process so plain and clear. Everyone is so eager to help. Love the support I get in being able to work remotely and with independence is everything, like that. And then let me go ahead and show y'all the bad one. Now we go from all 5s to 1. Now look, I don't have to tell y'all that this is a competitor. Just read it. Scam company. The training is poor, full of false promises. Now, after all these glory reviews, you get this one. And it is just so everyone is aware. This company is a joke. Used to be a freight broker, and then had authority revoked, which we didn't. We let our authority expire because someone stole our MC number back when we were brokers. And look, we've already shown people our early on this when we first started this, we showed them the police reports, everything that we had to file to to basically be able to continue to operate, because we actually had to have someone prosecuted because they stole they stole our MC number and ran about 176,000 plus loads, $76,000 worth of loads through auto hauling when we weren't even doing auto hauling at the time. So, but when we found out that someone had stolen our is when they went on Central Dispatch, they put their personal Yahoo or Gmail email address so that's where the carriers would contact them, and then that's where Central Dispatch would send the money, would contact them, and they would send the money directly to them. So we didn't even know what was going on until and the way she got caught was she made a mistake. She didn't do it on purpose. She mistakenly forgot to pay. Well, she didn't forget to pay someone. She sent their pay to an address, but the carrier had already moved. They had moved to a different city or something like that. So the money she sent them did not get to them, and then they filed a payment claim with the Federal Bond Service. And the Federal Bond Service then contacted us and wanted to know why we hadn't paid that particular customer. So we're looking for the customer. We said, we don't have that customer, in our, in our paperwork. That's not one of our customers. They go, well, they said that they've been doing work for you all for several months and it has your MC number. I said, really? What type of loans are they running? They looked up. These are auto haul loads. We don't do auto hauls, right? So we went to Central Dispatch, looked up customers, looked up, we put our MC number in, and there it was, RBBS transport. Central Dispatch, and through us looking through it, we found where it says the email contact for RBBS Dispatch. It was that Gmail email, and then we ran that. It turned out to be a young woman out of Chicago, and she wound up getting prosecuted. But that's why I don't agree with making MC numbers and DOT numbers public. Okay,
hey,
I strongly disagree with that. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Mr. Calvin.
One at a time.
Okay, on the script, right at the bottom of the script, it says something about once a carrier is signed to a dispatch agreement with RBBS National Dispatch Network, you begin to receive email blasts of thousands of loads daily to choose from.
Yeah, that's
old. Still happening?
No, that's old. That's back when we were a broker's firm.
Okay, so I can erase that.
Yeah, that's back when we were a brokerage firm, and we had our own loads. We don't do loads. We don't have our own loads. That's why we don't post on load boards. That's back when we first started out. Some of you who may have been here like at the very beginning of rules doing, we used to send out an email blast of loads every day. It's illegal to do that if you are not a broker. So we stopped doing that as soon as we switched over to being a dispatch firm.
All right, I understand. Thank you.
I'll never get in on the one that says the 91 free load board.
That one doesn't work anymore. I need to take it off.
Okay.
We replaced that one with this one. This one right here. Mobile Express. Okay?
Okay.
Which is the same thing. You just go in, when you click on Mobile Express, it'll pull up, go to the link, you put in, pull up all the companies. See right here? And you just click one of them, and then you click search, and it'll pull up all that company's loads. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Mr. Kemp, I have a question on the central dispatch.
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying that about the DOT number, and you also have to have an MC number to sign up as a carrier?
As a carrier.
DOT number.
As a carrier, you just need a DOT number. I think you just need a DOT number, but they may ask you for the MC number. Somebody just signed up who has their own DOT number. I don't think you need the MC number. I think you just need a DOT number. Now, if you're signing up as a shipper, okay, because shippers can be anybody. Okay, a shipper doesn't necessarily have to be quote unquote a shipper. You could be a family relocation service where you help families to relocate their vehicles, or family vehicle relocation service, or a corporate vehicle relocation service, or a military vehicle, military personnel vehicle relocation service, or an automotive sales specialist, or you can be any type of company that has in their services, we arrange to have vehicles move from one location to another. Arrange to have vehicles transported from one location to another. Okay? Now,
so I should sign up as a shipper.
Yeah.
I have a DOT number.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, if you have a DOT number, just sign up as as what you're going to sign up with your DOT number. You know, you don't.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if you don't have a DOT number or an MC number, you can go in there and sign up under a shipper, because the shipper has many categories. You can just be a company, right, that arranges transport, but you don't need a DOT number or an MC number to arrange transport.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay? Car dealerships don't have a DOT number or an MC number, but they do what? They arrange transport all the time, right?
Correct.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm confused here.
Okay. What you confused about?
Why, as a dispatcher, what we're doing, why would we need a DOT or an MC number?
I mean, you don't.
Okay.
Central Dispatch, all they're saying is that Central Dispatch makes it very difficult to get onto their board. Because remember I told y'all before, Central Dispatch is not a joke. Okay, they are very strict. They are very protective of their platform. If you go on Central Dispatch and they see that you do not know what you're doing, they will ban you from their platform. They don't mind giving you your money back because they make plenty of it. What they do mind is someone jeopardizing the integrity of their platform. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why when I tell you all, if you're going into auto hauling, please know what you're doing. Please, please, please make sure you go into it with the understanding that you must know what you are doing. Because if you make several bad moves on Central Dispatch, and if people are taking the notice of it, you're posting loads, and then all of a sudden carriers call you up, and those loads are still posted, but you're always saying, "Oh, that load is gone," but it's not removed from the site. That'll get you banned. Okay? Because you're wasting carriers' time.
Someone said in the group chat that now you have to have either MC or a DOT number for U-Ship.
No. Not that I don't think. No.
Somebody, he said it was something that they started. He had it in the group chat. Maybe like maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Because he was asking around and somebody was telling him yes. He said yes. On U-Ship, he said they told him that he had to either have it was either the DOT number or the MC number, and that I guess it was something that they changed.
No. How do people post stuff on U-Ship if they got to have a DOT number or MC number?
Okay, I don't know.
I mean, seriously. All right, how do people post stuff on U-Ship if they got to have a DOT or an MC number?
I just signed up on U-Ship last week, and I didn't have to have...
Exactly. Yeah, look.
Okay.
Yeah, look. If you did hear from me, chances are you might want to double check that. Okay? Look. U-Ship is an open source platform. Okay, as you can see. How do regular people who want to move there? I'm a college student. I just graduated. I got a job. I'm here for the state. I got a job in Bookwater, Mountain Lake, Oregon. All right, I'm gonna catch a flight. I don't want to come back and drive my little Jeep, half broken down Jeep all the way up there, right? I don't want to spend the money that flies up there, right? So I go to where? U-Ship, where 99% of everyone who's posting stuff on U-Ship that needs to be picked up are private individuals. Why would U-Ship cut their throat like that and then require everyone that comes to it to have a DOT number?
Maybe he got it mixed up with Central Dispatch.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, he definitely got that mixed up. And even Central Dispatch does not require you to have a DOT number. Hold on here. All right. If you are signing up as a carrier, you need a DOT number or an MC number. If you are signing up as a broker, you need a what? An authority, some type of MC number. If you are signing up as a dealers and shippers, dealers do not need MC numbers, right? Shippers does not require you to have an MC number, okay? All right? Because remember, you're not signing up on it because you want to pick up a vehicle and transport it, right? You're signing up on it because you want to what? You need your vehicles that you've already want to bid on to be picked up, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
A private individual may use Central Dispatch because they got a vehicle I need a vehicle that needs to be picked up. That's why you're going to fall under dealers and shippers. And when you click on that, change the post vehicles, nowhere in the now it says 1,200. While Central Dispatch is not a shipping company, we connect you with over 12,000 carriers ready to transport your vehicles. In addition, we provide access to U.S. DOT license information, insurance information, and ratings for carriers. You see what I'm saying? Central Dispatch does not require you to have a DOT number or an MC number if you are signing up as a what? A dealer or shipper. Dealers don't have MC numbers or DOT numbers. Most shippers don't have a DOT number. Because a shipper can be anybody that's got to have something move from one location to another. Right? Okay? A lot of times when people say stuff like that, sometimes you got to take it with a grain of salt and look at them and say, does that really make sense? Because if it don't make sense, it don't make what?
How do we use that as how do we get to use that as dispatchers?
All right, that's another whole class. Here's what I would suggest to you all. Go back into your back office, okay? Because that's another whole class. I mean, we could be here another 3 hours, which we did do 3 hours on what? Auto hauler. So what I need you all to do is this, okay? All of you who have questions that we've already gone over and answered in depth, this is why we put all our stuff in the back office. Go to your video library. Okay, show y'all how easy it is. I'm gonna show y'all how easy it is to find. Because I can't explain that. I can't give you that answer in 20 minutes. Which is all I just can't. I understand. That's a long discussion. All right. All right. Go to your operational training videos, as you see here. And if you stroll over, what's that right there? All right. Private Central Dispatch and U-Ship training. Now you won't find this one on YouTube. Okay. Only you all we have this call. We discuss some things on here that we don't want everybody to know. Okay? So go back and watch that. Okay? Go back and watch that. It is I'll click on it and show y'all what some of the info, on some of the info on it. But that is RBBS LLC's me shares his secret and methods and strategy to earning $1,000 a day on earning $1,000 a day moving cars using U-Ship and Central Dispatch. Okay, so that's one that you all should go watch. Here's another one. You all should go watch this one. Okay, Booking Freight from Home, episode 13. 1K a day. Okay, dispatching freight through auto hauls.
Mr. Calvin, I have looked at all the videos, and I understand where you're coming from. I just didn't want to sign up the wrong way because looking at the videos and listening to you, I just didn't want to get thrown, not them not accept me. So I just wanted to do it the right way. That's the reason I asked that question.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, look, if I can,
I have videos.
Yeah, if it's a question that I can answer shortly, that's one thing. But I can't. But the last question that he asked, that literally would require an entire show, and we don't have that time, and that's not why we're here today. And especially if we've already gone through it 2 or 3 times already, because there are literally 2 and 3 whole training sessions just on Central Dispatch and U-Ship. Okay, so I would say the best thing to do if you have in-depth questions about U-Ship and go and watch these auto haul ones. There's 3 of them that we have. Each of them about 3 hours long. Okay, so I'm pretty sure 99.999% of the questions you all have on Central Dispatch and U-Ship are within those 3 videos. Okay?
Gotcha.
All right. All right. But back to what? No problem. Back to what we were really training on. I want to make sure everybody understands the need, because I hear people say all the time, well, I can handle booking freight for 10, 15 carriers. I'm pretty sure you can, but you can't handle doing that and doing acquisitions and running your firm. You can't, but you can't grow that way. Do you all understand what I'm saying? Growth is more important. Growth is more important than
intake.
Exactly. Okay. You got to learn to share your revenue to increase your income. That's all I'm saying.
Makes sense, though. Makes sense.
That's all I'm saying. All right.
Yes,
that's all I have for y'all today. That's all I got for y'all today. I ain't got no more for you. Not today. Y'all done had your ice. Hey, did you get your ice cream?
Yes, sir. Chocolate mint.
All right, want to make sure you got your ice cream. You got your ice cream now. All you had to do is you just had to wait a little longer. That's all. You had to eat them. You had to eat them vegetables and the meat, and your vegetables, your potatoes, and your meat, and drink your milk before you got your ice cream. All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Now, we did send out a mass email to all close to 4,000 members from our Wix account. You all should have received an email from our Wix account. Now, that email was basically informing. It's not for everybody, but we sent it out to everyone because it would be impossible for us to go and send it to each person that it applied to, because it applied to about 34% of our membership base. Currently, membership base is 3,905 or 7 members right now, and we've got about 33 to 35% of those members who are delinquent on their monthly payments, on their the subscription fees. Now, believe it or not, that equates to about $39,000. Y'all don't believe that, do you? Look, I'm not gonna lie and say that this platform does not make money, because it does, and God knows I am so grateful that we were able to come up with a platform that appeals, and that that is attractive and appeals to so many people, and it helps so many people. But with anything else, like anything else, this is a business. Okay, like any business, a business needs to keep an eye on its revenue. Okay, and that current delinquency base right now is about a 30,000 plus deficit per month. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, I'll go to the side in here and show y'all some things.
I have never paid. Since I'm new, I haven't had a membership yet.
Yeah, your membership won't come to you, and your membership dues don't start until 14 to 17 days after you enroll. Okay.
And do I get an invoice, or how do I pay?
It will come to you by email.
Oh, okay.
It will come to you by email.
I had that same question. Thanks for asking that.
Yeah. Y'all see this right here? That's how much an outstanding invoice. Okay? That's what that 33 to 35% represents that is not paying, or who are behind or delinquent on their monthly subscription fees. Okay? So when you all hear people out there say, well, yeah, that company ain't making no money, they ain't doing what they say they're doing, they ain't doing this, well, I'm going to show you the kind of money that is still outstanding. I'm not even, because I don't want the IRS breathing down my neck if I show y'all what our actual revenue is. I don't want that. But we will show you this. This is the monthly outstanding each month that we're currently at right now, as far as those individuals who are not paying their monthly subscription. Okay? And that represents about 33% to 35% of our monthly subscription base right now. Okay? So quite naturally, when the board sees that, they get concerned. Okay? I'm happy with my income. But you gotta realize, I don't run this company. Being a CEO of your own company is like being an employee of your own company. For those of you who don't know that, when you get to the point to when you seek outside investments, you're like the captain of a ship, but the ship is owned by someone who owns a whole bunch of ships. Does that make sense to you all?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah. When you go out and you take on, you ever watch Shark Tank?
Yes.
All right. Those guys are there. We're seeking such and such for such and such percentage and ownership of this and that. All right. Shark Tank will come in and say, okay, yeah, we'll give you this $2 million or this $200,000 or this $300,000, this and that. But to make sure that you're taking care of our investment, and we're getting what we're supposed to be getting, and we're getting the return that we think we should be getting for our input and our money that we put into your idea, we're going to give you this, but we're going to also implement a board of directors and an investors board. And your board of directors at any time, now board of directors, those people are not being paid. These are prominent individuals who like to be on certain companies, but it bolsters their profile, either for politics, for business reasons. It bolsters their business and their political profile. On our board, we have, politicians, we have bank owners, they're on our board. We have a couple of university presidents. That's our board of directors, and they have the board of directors meeting, every quarter. When they look at our books and they look at us and they look at how we're doing business and they look at all this stuff, they look at this stuff we have on the internet, they look at everything, and then they make a decision on what? On my worthiness in running the company and the direction the company has taken. Now, if any time the board feels like I'm not running this company right, or if I'm losing a whole bunch of revenue, they can call what's called a what? And y'all ever heard of for a vote of no confidence? Y'all ever heard that term?
So they were going to fire you.
Exactly. They can basically remove me from the head of my company. Now, I still get paid.
Right.
Because I own certain percentage of the company. But I would no longer have any of the decision-making process in the way the company goes, what happens, how I charge this, whatever. You see the difference in that?
Yeah.
Now, it's more difficult to remove me because I have such a public profile. That's why this is one of the reasons why I choose to do the broadcast myself. I choose because it makes the company much more dependent upon my presence, because it's my personality, my presence, the YouTube channel, all that stuff is wrapped up into who I am, not just as a person, but as a product. So I made myself a product. A lot of you all who are in business school, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, and by making myself a product of the company, I pretty much interwoven me and my personality into the company, into the corporate structure. So it's harder to remove me from that as that would happen. You see what I'm saying? Yes. But it's not saying that it can't be done.
Right.
Because if they feel that I'm grossly mismanaging the company, they can call for a vote of no confidence and say, hey, Calvin, look, man, you got too many guys out there who ain't paying their monthly what's card. So guess what? They won't you at the head of the company no more, man. I'll have to move you from that CEO title and make you a chief operations officer or something. Hey, just business, man.
But I thought that stuff was on auto pay. I guess it's not.
No, we don't put everybody on auto pay.
Okay.
That's an option. Those of you who have opted to be on auto. Now we have a lot more people who are actually paying their subscription. We have about 68%, 67% is paying their subscriptions on time.
Okay.
Because we have about 32%. About half of that is on the auto pay. Okay. So
Okay, so Mr. Calvin, so when they send the invoice through email, can you sign up through auto pay like that?
Yes.
It'll give you.
Yeah, it's gonna get. I could pull up your account, but I don't want everybody seeing your stuff. I mean, but when you sign up, everyone got an email, and the email basically it tells you that in one of those email messages, it tells you that you have a oh shoot, I don't want to get into this. Let me. I don't want to get reports. But anyway.
Okay, it's okay. When
you get your monthly invoice, it'll ask you on there, do you want
to save your card? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. When you receive your first, there's a checkbox there that you can check, and it says, do you want to save your card for auto pay? And then you just click that check, and it'll automatically charge your card each month. Okay. But that's how that works. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to cover that real quick because you all got the email. You all got a mass email because instead of us sending out to 1,012 members, we just sent the email out all 3,000 members, and it basically states that I think the email was drafted. It says something about delinquent accounts, suspensions, and revokes. Okay, and then it goes on to state that if for those of you who are delinquent, so if you're not delinquent, if you're not outstanding, don't worry about it. Okay, but it starts off by letting you know, for those of you who are delinquent and overdue more than 3 months on your monthly subscriptions, your account will be suspended. Okay, your back office access is being suspended. Okay, and for those of you who are more than 6 months, your back office access is being revoked. Okay. Now, if you're under suspension, you could just come back and start paying your account, and then your suspension would be lifted. If you're under revocation, if your account has been revoked because you're more than 6 months past due, your account has been revoked. In order for you to reinstate, you've got to pay a $79.50 reinstatement fee and your past dues. If you want to, now this is for those of you, because remember, a lot of you all came in that first year and you only paying $19.95 per month. That's what you're paying, $19.95, right? And the majority of the people who have been delinquent are those people who were on that $19.95. So I don't know why, but the people who are on the $39.95 or the $34.50 with the discount, 9 to 10 of you all are paying on time. I don't go figure that. Charge more, get paid on time. Charge less, get delinquent. Don't ask me how that works, okay? But that's just how the numbers work out. So if you're on a $19.95 subscription plan, which is the old grandfather, we allowed to grandfather y'all over since y'all signed up with that before the new plan kicked in. We let y'all have that $19.95. But if you stop making that payment, right? You stop making your monthly payment, and then you come back later, 10 months later, 13 months later, and say, hey, I want to start back up. Well, you can start back up, but it's not going to be at the $19.95. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Because if you wanted to stay at $19.95, you should have just kept making your payment. Mm-hmm. But if you're going to break off and just walk away from it, and then you come back later, yeah, you can come back, but that $19.95 is gone. Okay? The new plan where everybody else is paying is $39.95. Now, if you want to pay that $19.95, we allow you to do that, but you got to pay all your past dues, and you got to pay a $79.50 reinstatement fee, and you can start back up at the $19.95. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can. If you don't want to pay your past dues, because some of them have some lengthy past dues, just pay your $79.50 on your reinstatement fee, but then your new monthly payment is going to be $39.95 per month. That's because that's only fair, because all the new people, that's what they're paying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And that's all we're saying, because we got a couple people that have called us and said, hey, I can't get into the back office. Well, why? I don't know why. Well, let's check your account. Oh, you 10 months behind on your monthly payments. That's why you can't get in the back office. Well, I want to start by paying now. Let's see here. You were paying $19.95. Your new monthly payment is going to be $39.95. When I signed up at $19.95, yeah, you reneged on that. you threw that away. Now you want me to go find it for you again? I can't do that. Now, I can give you a new one at that $19.95, but you got to pay for the time you lost already, or for the time you threw away. You got to pay for all that stuff you threw away. So pay your past dues, pay the $79.50 on your reinstatement fee, and you can start back at your $19.95. Now, if you don't want to pay the past dues, just pay us the $79.50 reinstatement fee, and we'll put you at the $39.95. Okay, I'm not hard, but I do have people that I have to answer to. Okay, so don't think that this is just me being a-hole, because I'm not. Okay,
I think you're being very lenient, honestly.
Yeah,
I think you're being very lenient.
You know,
for it to be a business.
Yeah, and I do admit that I could come across as an a-hole. As my wife says, I have a very nice, nasty way about me sometimes.
You're very nicey sometimes.
Yeah, but you know, this is business. Okay,
yes,
this is a business. This, make no mistake about it, this is a business.
True.
And people hold me accountable as the head of this business. But make no mistake. Anytime you take in investors, you are no longer the be all to end all when it comes to that company. Mm-hmm. Every person that has the title CEO, I don't care what company it's in. Okay, Mark Zuckerberg can be, if his investors think that he's not doing a good job, guess what? His board of directors can call for a vote of no confidence, and they'll go around and have a vote. Yeah or nay? Yay. Yeah or nay? Yay. Yeah or nay? Nay. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And once that vote is tallied, that's it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Keep that in mind. All right, everybody. I appreciate y'all. God knows I do. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, sir.
Thank you. All your questions, your input. You all participation in the chat rooms is just remarkable. I love the way y'all participate. You all help each other out. You all are sharing loads. You all are sharing information. I see that going on, and I just wanted to take the time to say thank y'all for that, because you all are making that chat group everything that we thought it could be and more. We are going to be doing some things here in the coming future that is going to just take us at a whole different level. I am still reaching out to other freight broker trainers and instructors and dispatch trainer instructors, and we're looking to try and form an alliance of logistics trainers and instructors. Okay? And once we have that in place, if we're able to pull this off, it'll be a first for this industry. Not only would you all have access to what I bring to the table, but there may be instances where, Shaggy, y'all know who he is, Scott Woods, if he wants to, like I said, I welcome all of you all to come in. Let's join together and let's do something that this industry has not seen before. Okay? Let's do some cross-branding on each other's platform, where if I may have a guest speaker one day, y'all may tune in, and Shaggy might be on your screen. Hey, everybody, how you doing? This Shaggy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What else is that? And you all would benefit from his experience, his knowledge, his insight, his platform. They may tune in, and I might be sitting there. How much money you need to move your truck? You know what I'm saying? And they get the benefit from my experience, my insight, my intellect. And that's what it's all about. Because what that does is not only does it broaden our base and the awareness of who we are, right? It also helps you all. Mm-hmm. Because now you're not just getting it from me. You're not just getting my perspective. You're not just getting my insight. You're getting a collectiveness, okay? And that can only be a good thing for everybody involved. It's going to help you all to get a better understanding of the industry, which is going to allow you all to be better business managers, and help you all to do what? Create more revenue. It's going to allow us to better brand who we are and cross-brand, which if we're using our YouTube channels as monetized channels, which I think we all are doing, it's going to increase our viewership. Mm-hmm. Thus does what? Advertisers then pay more money because the viewership increases on our YouTube channels. So it goes to help everybody. You got to give to do what? To get. And that's all it's all about. So I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. I'm about to go in get in front of my fireplace. It's cold out here. It's November, man. The weather's done hit. But I appreciate everybody. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Now, next weekend, we would not be doing a broadcast. My wife and I would be out at a new home buyers symposium. We'll attend this, I think it's 2 or 3 hour little thing at some hotel. They're having a big thing at the hotel where new home buyers who have a pre-qualification letter got invited to a symposium, and if we attend, we get up to $5,000 off closing costs and things of that nature, which is great. I like it. Okay.
Good luck.
All right. We appreciate it. We're supposed to be going to look at some houses on tomorrow. We're going to look at some homes and stuff, and trying to pick that little spot out. But I appreciate everybody. Again, thank you all so very much. And remember, stay focused. Don't worry about the noise. Stay focused. Concentrate on just getting your carrier signed up and booking them at least, minimum 2 loads a week. If you do that, you're doing over $250,000. You're doing over $300,000 a year in revenue. Come on. It really is a no-brainer, okay, if you all focus on what you're supposed to be focused on. Thank you all. Appreciate you all. Y'all have a great day. This has been Calvin with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and National Dispatcher Network. Same place, same channel. Week after next, not next week. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for what you do. Thank you.
Have a good weekend.